Hello and welcome to the final installment of the Test trilogy. This is the Test Final Revelation. My name is WW Dadman, but you already know that, and we're gonna get right into this. Before experiencing the Test Final Revelation, it is highly recommended that you've played the prequels, The Test and The Test Hypothesis Rising before venturing into this experience. You missed, You missed a thing right here. Like these things. Anyway. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you've played the other two titles. I have, thank you. Yeah, I know, thank you. I've already played The Test and The Test 2. Make sure that you answer each question with utmost honesty and that you take your time. Yeah, I know, thanks. It's literally the same concept. When the sun comes crashing down, and the heroes fade away, when darkness is all around, and there is no light of day, I will come back for you, so that you never feel alone. My spirit will push through, your heart will forever be my home. And when the world spirals into abyss, I will be standing there, your embrace so long I've missed, my soul, my love I bear. And when every nerve has been left deadened, and every ghost has left its shell, I will bring you back to your heaven as you've rescued me from my hell. Hi, Fate. No matter what happens, I will always love you. Resisting the urge to put Whitney Houston on right now for copyright reasons. Choice. Do you promise? With every ounce of my heart and with each droplet of my soul, I swear to you. We are going to find a way out of here. The testing room. Well, sure hasn't changed much. Hi, Destiny. I wasn't expecting you so soon. Excuse me very much. Let's take, I don't know.
I wasn't expecting you so soon. I thought that one day we would meet in this room. You see, closely, I've been watching you.
La 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 long. Sorry. Studying every breath and every move. Every breath you take. Why is this the music reference episode? Sorry. A few of my former colleagues you may have met. And a slew of questions you've answered without regret. Stop rhyming. I may be similar, but I'm like them still. I'll make you swallow the truth like a bitter pill. I will peel the emotion from your soul. And make you eat your feelings whole. The questions I asked may be hard to answer, but I will cut through from your. But I will cut the truth from you like a cancer. Both of us know why you're here. To open up and cast out fear. To be as honest as you can. To take angel's wings and devil's hand. And in the end, we both will know how to escape your undertow. Time is on your side, but mistakes are not. Misanswered questions lead to misery. Rot? Take time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. You may not go back, you may not return. Once a decision is made, into your soul it's burned. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very remiss. If your answers lack the guidance of truth, then your final destination will be rather uncouth? I don't have a boo sound effect. I need a boo sound effect. So, with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me.
Thank you for your irrelevant opinion.
Now, let the examination begin. Can you stop rhyming now? 'Cause it's a pain. I'd rather not go insane. Anyway, do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? No? Do you ever feel like you put more effort into friends and relationships than others put back into you? I don't. I absolutely do not. Do you ever feel like your life is going nowhere? And fast? I mean... Ever, yes. Not right now. But ever, yes. Do you ever feel like you're trapped in limbo? Not really, no. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? Yes. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? Everybody is sometimes, I think. Do you believe that your friends always treat you the way you deserve to be treated? For the most part, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I can't think of an example off the top of my head where a friend was ever treating me in a way that I don't deserve. Are you afraid of being the last person alive in your social circle? I am not. Are you afraid of the existence of an afterlife and what that might mean for you? No, I am not afraid of an existence of an afterlife. Because I'm pretty goddamn sure there is no such thing. And even if there was, that would only be a good thing. Do you feel as though you're wanted in life? Sure. But what exactly do you mean by that? Like whether I feel like I'm unwanted. Like, yes, I guess. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? No? Do you ever feel like a burden? Absolutely not. Do I ever feel like a burden? To whom? No. Have you ever felt left out? Yes. Have you ever felt like a failure? Yes. Have you ever felt like you just weren't attractive enough? Have I ever felt like I wasn't attractive enough? Attractive enough for what? No, I don't. Have you ever worked yourself sick? No, because the only job I ever had that would have made me sick over time, I quit before it could. So, no. Do you ever have racing thoughts at night that make it difficult for you to get to sleep? No. Like if I go to sleep, I sleep. Are you afraid to ask for help? I'm not. No? Like, if I need help with something, I'm gonna ask for help. Usually, I don't need help. If I do, I ask for it. Do you ever feel like people often criticize you? Like, it... Not really? Not often. Like, every now and then, sure, but often, no. Do you ever feel judged by your friends and family? No. Do you ever wonder what your purpose in life is in life? There is no such thing as a purpose to life. Like, inherent purpose. There is no such thing. So no, I do not wonder about my purpose in life. There is no such thing as a purpose in life. Unless you find one for yourself. If you could turn back time for any reason, would you? If I could turn back time. This is the music reference episode, sorry. To an extent, I would want to answer this with yes. There's a lot of things I would have wanted to do differently. Or earlier. So, yeah. Yes, I would. Would you say that you have many regrets? Not many. A few. A couple. Not many. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? Kinda, a little bit, because I am an introvert. Yes? Does looking out your window at night make you feel uneasy? Absolutely not. Like, it's dark, pitch black outside right now. I don't feel uneasy looking out. I'm not afraid of the dark. You sometimes double check that your doors are locked even though you're certain that you've already locked them. The only time I do that is in public restrooms. So, my doors, no. If I've locked them, I've locked them, I know. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slow? Quite the opposite, actually. Life is moving way too fast. Life is moving too slow. Who put on the slow motion for you? Cause I'd want that. Life is not moving slow in the least. Do you ever feel like life is moving too fast? Yes, absolutely. Do you feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? No. Would you consider yourself to be a thoughtful person? Define thoughtful. Like, seriously though, not exactly sure how you mean that. Hey Google, define thoughtful.
Here's the definition of thoughtful: absorbed in or involving thought.
Absorbed in or involving thought, okay? And the other one, showing consideration for the needs of other people, which is probably the thoughtful you were going for, I'd assume. Second one, not so much. I'm gonna go ahead and answer no to that. Would you consider yourself to be superficial? No, not really. No. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? That's literally what being superficial is. And I usually do not. Do I ever? Yes. To an extent. Like, rarely, but yes. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? No. And I think I've answered that one before. Have you ever been bullied by someone you cared about? No. Actually. I haven't. Have you ever been a bully to someone you care about? Absolutely not. Do you try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others while in a crowded area? Try keeping a low profile in a crowd when you're literally 6'3" tall. That's not gonna happen. I'm not trying to keep a low profile. Because it's like, that's a lost cause. Do you actively try to avoid busy places? I mean, during the last 2 years, obviously, because pandemic, but like in general? I mean, I went to freaking Gamescom on multiple occasions and like enjoyed it and was looking forward to it. And that's like one of the busiest places I've been to. So I do not actively try to avoid busy places, no. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? Yes. Does making phone calls make you feel uncomfortable? Absolutely yes. I hate phones. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people even when they do something that bothers you? No. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future? No. No, I don't. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? Again, looks at the pile of unfinished Let's Plays that I lost motivation to keep doing. Then again, there's like a good chunk of counter arguments of finished projects. So yeah, stay motivated. No. Do you have a fear that you're failing those who care about you most? No. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? I am absolutely shit at driving, and therefore, yes. Like, I suck at driving. I absolutely suck. I'm a horrible driver. The fact that I ever managed to get a license is absolutely incredible to me. Anyway. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? No. Absolutely not. Like, no. Have you ever carried an object around with you that made you feel more comfortable? Like some sort of talisman? No. I mean, if I was American, it would probably be more like a gun, but yeah, that's kind of not an option around here, so yeah, no. If I told you that I could guess your name correctly right now, would you believe me? No. Try though. If you're like accessing my Steam profile to do so, then go ahead. Based on the answers you've provided me so far, if you're going to actually say my first name right now, then I'm going to be very impressed. If I were to take a guess, I would say your name starts with the letter M, doesn't it? It absolutely does not. It absolutely does not. That is a good guess, but no, my name starts with the same letter that the short version of my channel name starts, D. Let's be real here. There's literally no way I'd be able to guess your name just by your answers. That would be ridiculous. See? Besides, all of you humans look alike to me anyhow. That's speciesist? I guess. Does being around animals bring you a sense of peace? Kinda? I guess that, yeah, you could say that. Do you sometimes believe your loved ones are lying to you when they say that they care? No. Do you ever feel like you push your loved ones away? No. I'm going to have to stop you here. Why? The truth that pours forth is incredibly clear. I hope that you're being honest for your own health. You can try to lie, but you'll be cheating yourself. You're not just cheating the game, you're cheating yourself. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test. Okay, go ahead. A series of pictures to give your brain a rest. Oh no. I hope I don't need to censor anything in here. You're going to tell me what emotional response they bring out. which will show me what your mind is pondering about. So feast your eyes upon the art, and let me into that precious heart. Fuck you, shut up. For starters, that's cool. Like that's really cool. Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, numbness. I enjoy that a lot, so I'm gonna go with joy. Like, this like is represented in this picture. Well, what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? This is interpretation bullshit. The kind of shit that you have to do in school with like literature and art in like the language you're speaking class and the art class. So yeah, that's the kind of shit where I always was like, hey, that just looks cool to me, and everybody else was like, yeah, but what does the artist want to say with that? And I'm going to say, the artist does not want to say anything with it. It's just looking cool. So yeah, I like it. So joy, I guess. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Trapped, manic, broken, soulful, chaotic, beautiful. Beautiful. What do you think this picture is called? Chaotic crystals, the portal, soul abduction, a mind of misery, celestial stare. The portal would probably make the most sense. Very interesting. Moving on. Again, that looks really cool. Like, relaxing. What word do you feel describes this picture the best? Stuck, abyss, toxic, demented, life, exotic. None of the above? I guess exotic? What do you think this picture is called? I guess corruption wave kinda works the best out of those. Next we have this one. Ugh, that's confusing. Kinda makes me numb. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Mirrored, I guess, since it is mirrored, like right down the middle. What do you think this picture is called? I see you. I have no idea what this means, but it sounds cool, and that would be a really cool title for a piece of art, so Datacron, I guess. Take a look at this one. Ugh. That... anger, I guess? Kind of, I mean... Kind of looks like the depiction of some deity, like literally shooting down a ray of light to like obliterate you. So then, what word do you feel describes this picture the best? None of the above? mean, I guess there is a staircase, kinda. What do you think this picture is called? I guess Stairway to Heaven would probably be the most obvious choice there, because it kind of looks like there's some sort of stairway in the background, and as I said, it looks like some sort of deity is literally casting down all-destroying ray of light. That's peculiar. Oh, really? And how about this one? Ooh, cool. A lot of people will probably go ahead and say, yeah, this obviously the artist wanted to represent depression, a dark spiral. To me, this just looks really relaxing. Maybe because I love the color purple, but feel describes this picture best. Darkness. I find darkness very relaxing. This is why I'm not afraid of the dark. What do you think it's called? Nest of Darkness, The Abyssal Gaze, Shrouded Misery, Energy Crown, Darkness Forming. I guess Darkness Forming makes sense. We'll make note of that. Ugh. This looks very chaotic. Kinda looks like the, death masks of freaking pharaohs a little bit. Like, on the, a very close up. So, yeah. Eye of Chaos makes sense. Let's see. Now this one. Are we done with this yet? What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Chaos again. Planetary, kinda, yeah. Looks like a collision in space. Like, or maybe like, yeah, I guess that's fine. How about this? What emotions? That looks angry, because it's red. As I said, it looks angry. Rage incarnate, that makes sense. That's a purple eye. Maybe it's just me again, but that color is just freaking relaxing. It kinda does look a little bit futuristic. Matrix Watcher. I guess that's fine. Are we done with these yet? Ugh. I guess that actually looks depressing. Don't know why. Warp. I don't know. Now that's more relaxing again, because just purple space. I don't see an eye there. I mean, I guess I can see how this could be representing data, but deciphering, I guess. Whatever. Please be done. I don't feel anything looking at that. Slime is, yeah, that makes sense. The sludge. Yikes. I mean, I was more going for a lance or a spear, but sword is fine. Solar blade, that makes sense. Sounds like solar blade sounds like a legendary weapon in a game. Chaos. Formless being, I guess? Nothing? Nebula. Yeah, it kinda looks like a nebula. Soulless space. That makes too much sense, actually. Thanks that that's the last one. Again, not really anything. Hollow? Sound of Silence. This is the music reference fucking episode, isn't it? Hello, darkness, my old friend. That wraps it up. Good. I am not going to read your rhymes anymore. I'm not finished with you just yet. There's still some truths that have yet to be met. If you're gonna keep rhyming, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Now keep on going and let me leave this place. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. We will have a great deal of fun before we part. Does anybody smell a fart? Let me challenge you on another level still. I will pick your brain until I get my fill. Well then, Next set of questions will test your conscience more. And again, I hope, honestly, your honesty, I do implore. Stop talking like that. You're getting on my nerves. I can't think of a word that rhymes with nerves, so we're just gonna leave it at that. Let us begin. 1 year. You're running a little low on funds to purchase presents around the holidays. So you decide to spend $1 and get everyone in your family a lottery ticket. $1 lottery tickets. That is incredibly unrealistic, but hey. Give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. The drawing is held and one of your family members hits the jackpot. But it's someone who you don't really get along with and just bought a present for out of moral obligation. I don't have such members of my family. They plan to keep the money all for themselves as they feel like it was their ticket. How does that make you feel? As I said, I don't have such people in my family. Because I don't have a lot of family. But just for a moment, imagining I had somebody in my family who I really didn't like that much and just bought a present for out of... I would not. I just literally would not buy them a present. That's the thing here. Like, around here, the whole obligation thing is not as much of a thing as in the US. I don't know. Indifferent? What would you wish to do in this situation? Excuse me. So, let them, get them killed so I inherit the money. That would imply that the person is a very close relative. Which I really just can't get behind the whole I don't get along with this person and just buy a gift out of obligation thing. So this entire scenario is so absolutely beyond my understanding. I guess... Oops, I burned your ticket? If the roles were reversed and you were given a winning lottery ticket, would you share the money with your least favorite family member who bought you the ticket in the first place? Again, I don't have a least favorite family member. I don't have anyone in my family that I don't give a shit about. Or that is like a nuisance to me. That this is a foreign concept to me. But seeing as I don't have such a family member, if anybody in my family were to give me a winning lottery ticket and I won like Euro Millions or something with that, of course I would share it. Okay, something more realistic, please. Now you're walking through a forest and you come across a black suitcase. Inside the case there rests $1 million. $1 million in a suitcase somewhere in the woods. I'd assume that those were stolen goods, and I would totally turn that into the authorities, cause holy shit, there is no way I'm keeping that money. Alongside the money, there lies a bloodstained note with only one written word on it. The note simply says, "Don't." A bloodstained note on the money that says, "Don't." That would make me quite scared, seeing as there's obviously some weirdo in the woods leaving around $1 million with a bloodstained note. That's scary. What would you wish to do in this situation? Call the police. If the note wasn't covered in blood, would you change your decision at all? No. Again, I said I would hand it over to the authorities and see where that was coming from. Also, like, there is a 10% like finders like reward, like in like that's written in frickin' law around here. So I'd get 100,000 off the million for finding it. Just saying. So no, that would not change my decision. The devil appears in your room at night while you're alone, just about to fall asleep. Funny scenario. And tells you that he has a special one-time offer for you. Oh yes, I'd sell my soul right away. In exchange for your soul. And eternal damnation. He will let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has not told you what those bargains are yet. How does this make you feel? First of all, suspicious. I don't think the devil actually exists. Yeah. So yeah, also I would not say yes to that unless I knew what he was offering. Devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe him to truly be the devil, he surely is, and to prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical powers and drags you to hell for a split second before transporting you back to your room. Nice special effect. In that second, you could feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable way possible. He then goes on to tell you of his offers in exchange for your soul to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these would you choose in exchange for your soul, if any? All of the wealth and power in the world. You'll never age, but can still die from physical injury. You can bring back one person from the dead. Bringing back one person from the dead is just meh. That, like, not worth my soul. Which obviously exists if the devil exists in this scenario. All the wealth and power in the world. Not too much into that. And I'll never age, but can still die from physical injury. Which means I literally can't die unless I die from physical injury. Is that correct? So I can't die of old age. And I won't age anymore past how old I am now. Now, going by supernatural logic, He's gonna send hellhounds after me, like, after a certain amount of time anyway, so those do physical injuries and therefore would drag me to hell anyway. So not aging for like what, 2 years is probably not the greatest deal. So actually for those options, I would not sell my soul. Thanks, bye. If the devil offered you a deal of some other kind, would you accept it in exchange for eternal damnation? Only if I get to do the stipulations, like all the fine print in the deal, and therefore the devil would definitely not take that deal anymore. Like, he would not offer to take my soul for that deal, because in the end, that I'd literally have a loophole. So yeah, no. Like, I would not just accept on an offer. I would have to be able to write the deal myself. So, no. Civilization is about to come to an end as a plague sweeps the globe. Did you have to go that real? Turning everyone who perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. I mean, the mindless zombies are actually the ones that aren't infected around here, so I don't know. Mindless zombies are the ones who, like, run around screaming about conspiracy theories. That's what the mindless zombies of this world look like. So, yeah. Anyway. So, you're in Left 4 Dead, basically. You watch as everyone you know becomes gravely ill and turns, except for 5 of your closest friends and family. That's too many for Left 4 Dead. You need 2 more to die. How does this make you feel? Excited. I always fantasized about zombie apocalypse. Honestly, a zombie apocalypse, as like honest to the bone freaking zombie apocalypse that is on the level of Left 4 Dead, that would make me really sad, because do you know how much stuff that would have still like happened in the future if that didn't happen, you'd be missing out on? If you knew the zombie apocalypse was coming in 10 years from now and you could prevent it from happening, would you? That depends on how I'd be preventing it from happening, because if that involves any sort of, like, I don't know, illegal activity, it would probably be really hard to actually get that done. But I'd try to, of course. Like, if I was sent back to, like, 2018 and had a way to, like, prevent the pandemic from happening, I would. You've been working at a company for 10 years, and you've been promised a very important and incredibly lucrative promotion. Cool. However, who are you, Simo? Someone hired only a number of weeks ago has just been promoted to the position that you were promised. That is an incredibly unrealistic scenario. Nobody gets promoted within the first few weeks of being hired. That just doesn't happen. Your boss essentially tells you tough luck and that maybe one day you'll get the position, and that he had to promote the other employee as a favor for a friend. That, my friend, is a reason for a straight up complaint to something that America doesn't have. And therefore I don't know the English word for it either. I guess it's some sort of does that count as a union? Because unions only really form within like one company, right? But yeah, that's definitely a reason for like actually taking legal action around here. Also that. You've also learned a few secrets about the company that could be disastrous if they were to escape. Such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. Oh, so you're doing tax evasion. Huh. So, what's more important to you? A favor to a friend, or not getting reported to our equivalent of the IRS? If the roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor over someone more deserving, would you accept the position? Again, a very unrealistic idea here. I don't get like promoted for like a favor. That's not how things work in real life. I don't know about you. Also, no. You're home alone at night. Nice. Cooking food in your kitchen, and you turn around to realize that someone is watching you. Through your window in the darkness. Okay, so imagining that in my kitchen right now. If I'm at the like stove and I turn around, like my kitchen has a window which nobody can look into because it's way too high above ground level outside to look into. On the other end of the like kitchen and living room area, there is another window. Again, same elevation above ground. Nobody can really, like, look in there and watch me do stuff. Like, at best, they're gonna see my head. So, that person would have to stand at the door to the, like, terrace? No idea how to really describe that. Or like, yeah, either way, they have to stand at that door, which during the day isn't locked. And at night, well, I'm probably not cooking food, by the way, because why would you be cooking in the middle of the night? That's a very... You have very weird scenarios. Either way, that door has like outside like blinds that get shut during the night, so this is a very unrealistic scenario. Either way, let's just assume somebody's standing there. It's like winter, it's evening, not night. And dark enough that nobody could really make out the difference between evening and night, because winter is like that. And I'm standing at the stove, turn around, somebody's standing at the door. Okay, first of all, I'd scream. Second of all, I'd go to the door and punch them in the face. They have their face and hands pressed up against the window, and they make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight around the other side of the house. Also, they would have to be like literally in my backyard for that. Also, I'm in the kitchen. There's a lot of very large knives there. So I'm gonna grab one of those and run after him. Like, seriously, try coming in. Try. Can probably use you as a coat hanger with the knife through you. Seriously. That one, yeah. Check to see if everyone in the house was safe. I thought you were telling me that I was home alone. If the face you saw in the window was the face of a supernatural entity and not a human, would your answer change at all? Supernatural entity. Okay, let's go supernatural on this for a moment. If it was a demon, I wouldn't be able to tell. Vamp? Which would only be really evident if they'd show the fangs. But let's say they did. In which case, holy shit. What the fuck? I don't have like a machete at home to decapitate them. If it was a werewolf, I don't have silver bullets at home. I mean, frickin' demon or ghost would be easy. I have salt. I have rock salt. It would definitely change my answer in terms of me being scared this time. I'm going to present you with some more potential scenarios, but I'm going to ask of more simplistic questions, answers as a result. Here we go. Okay, good. You're not feeling all too well, so you decide to go to the doctor. The doctor runs a series of tests and gets back to you shortly after to announce some grave news. It turns out that you've contracted an incredibly rare illness that there isn't currently no cure for. Well, shit! How long do I have? The illness causes complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction, meaning that in less than half a year from now, you will be rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatsoever. Which also means breathe. So, yeah. I have half a year. Good. Let's make that the best half year I've ever had in my life. You will need to be kept alive on feeding tube, and yeah, I'm not gonna. And you'll never be able to communicate with anyone else ever again, just being kept alive on a machine in a vegetative state. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. before the imaginary disease there would undoubtedly come to full effect, I would totally off myself. Would you want to be kept alive in that state, or would you rather have, definitely pull the plug. Definitely pull the plug. Vegetative state is not it at all life. The human fucking vegetable. Great. How would you like to spend the last 6 months of your life while still mobile? Something between those two. As I said, let's make this the best half year of my entire life. There are diseases out there that can put you in that sort of unfortunate situation. Does knowing this motivate you to do things you've never done before? No, because most of those are not contractable. Like, I don't know, frickin', what's the muscle atrophy thing? The ALS? Yeah, that was the thing, right? The thing that they did the ice bucket challenge for. Yeah, that is genetic and not contracted, so yeah, it doesn't really change anything for me, because I do not have such a disease. You have a pet dog whom you've raised since its birth. 3 years has passed and it's the best dog you've ever had. You love it like it's your own child, and one day he runs away in the middle of the night, chasing after a wild animal in the darkness. Why the fuck would you ever have your dog not on a leash when there's wild animals around? Why the fuck would you not have your dog on a leash in darkness? And why the fuck, if this was in your backyard, is your backyard escapable by your dog? This would never happen to me. You search everywhere for your dog, but no matter what you do, you can't seem to make any progress. About a month passes, and you still haven't seen any trace of your four-legged friend, until one morning you awaken to the sound of a familiar barking. Rush outside, find that your elderly neighbor in his late 80s is out on his front lawn, joyously playing with your dog. He's named him Johnny, and him and your dog seem to be having the time of their lives. Rush over there and hug your dog, and he excitedly licks your face. Your neighbor says, "Johnny's a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when I was just a boy at your age. But he's come back. Johnny has come back, and we're..." Dude. Oh. That guy obviously has dementia. I am so sorry to tell you that that is not your dog. I am so incredibly sorry. This dementia has caused him to believe that your dog is his old dog from his childhood, coming back into his life to make him happy and keep him company. Dog seems to be in great shape, very happy and well looked after. And you know that telling the old man that it isn't really his dog and that it's your dog would break his heart and crush him. You know, since that's my neighbor and apparently the dog is fine living there, I would just go ahead and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna help you look after him. Also, the man's probably going to forget that the dog even is there like half of the time. That's how dementia works. Like, next day, man wakes up, doesn't even know that he had a dog. Would you break the news to him that it isn't his dog? Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would not break it directly to him. I would totally play that one out this way. Of course. Can you imagine yourself in the old man's position, being all so alone in life and finding one thing that makes you feel less alone and potentially having to face it being ripped away from you once again? I cannot, cause I cannot for the life of me imagine having dementia. Just saying. Let's say that you were viciously murdered by a serial killer and you fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made you the latest victim. Great! Great! Let's also say that you're given a unique opportunity in the afterlife as you return as a spirit to roam the earth. You're bound to two potential options, and only two. You can either choose to haunt your assailant and make his life miserable. That sounds very fun. Hopefully foiling his plans to kill in the future and potentially save lives in the process. Or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends. I am very much an asshole to people who are an asshole, so I would so enjoy making his life a living hell. You can't imagine how much joy that would bring me. Do you think you have what it takes inside to drive your killer insane and push him over the edge? Yes. Yes, I do. I so do. Do you believe that this scenario is possible? No, it's not, because neither spirits, nor souls, nor the afterlife, nor ghosts, nor anything in that sense exists. If the situation happened to a friend or family member and they were viciously killed, which situation would you rather them choose? I mean, I don't know whether they'd have as much fun with it as I would, but please, by all means, haunt their killer. I recommend it. One night you go to sleep and get a good rest that feels like the best sleep you've ever had. I've had sleep like that before. You wake up in an unfamiliar room. I haven't had that happen before. In an unfamiliar bed. Would be weird if it was your bed in an unfamiliar room, but hey, you look in the mirror and you hardly recognize yourself. That sounds more like a recurring nightmare. You look as though you've aged 20 years. Oh no. You're gonna tell me that I was in a coma. There's a sticky note on the television screen that says press play, so you oblige the note and hit the play button to reveal a message that has been left for you by all of your friends and family that are still alive and well. Good! Though they all seem to be 20 years older as well. I was in a coma for 20 years, okay. They explain to you that every single day for the last 20 years, you've repeated the same day over and over again. I was in a time loop? Oh! Okay, no, how many first dates was the movie? But yeah, okay, I have Anterograde amnesia. Due to severe head injury, your memory doesn't last more than 24 hours. So each day when you sleep, all recollection of what took place 24 hours prior is wiped entirely. Yep. Okay, I know the movie. We can go on. Loved ones have made a video for you to let you have a say in your potential future. No, I'm fine with that. You have the option of either watching this video every single day so you know what's going on and can continue to progress your life, even though you won't have any recollection of it, or you can choose to continue living as you had been, repeating the same day over and over again and living in ignorant bliss. Honestly, I would love to go ahead and watch that video every day. Really. I mean, waking up every day and being like, hell, what the fuck, where am I? Press play, okay. Oh, holy shit. Okay. Okay. Great. Cool. I mean, I'd take about an hour to process that, but yeah, I'm fine waking up every morning, watching that video, getting completely mind blown every day as the first thing after waking up, and then going about a normal-ish day, except that I wouldn't be able to work anymore, because holy crap, does that not work out with work? Like, that just doesn't work. Not being able to remember anything that happened the day before, or the day before that, or the day before that, that won't work out. So yeah, but yeah, no, I'm fine getting mind blown every day. Rather watch the video every day. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you for 20 years even though they felt like it was for your own good? Honestly, the fact that they didn't make this video earlier and just instead made me repeat the same day over and over. How do they even do that? I'm kind of upset that they waited 20 years, yeah. I mean, after like a month of me not regaining the ability to remember stuff, you might want to interfere there. If your best friend was in this situation, would you make a video for them telling them the truth, or would you repeat every day exactly the same? I would tell them the truth, and then let them choose whether they want to have the truth every day, or want to keep repeating the same day forever. Because I would want the truth. I've come to find through frantic digging in the attic, okay, and the reading of old files and newspapers, that your parents are famed psychologists. Doubt. You've also come to find that they aren't really your parents. A doubt to the nth degree. Like, it's so apparent that my parents are my parents. You can't ever tell me that my parents aren't my parents. From what you can gather, though, through your new discoveries, the story tells of a young child who's developed psychotic tendencies and went into a trance before murdering their parents in a tragically brutal way. Yeah, sure. However, that child suffers so much trauma from the event of loss of their parents once the trance had worn off that they repressed the memory of their parents' death, blocking it completely from their mind. Two psychologists took the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising that child to be a fully functional adult while playing the role of the child's real parents to further gather data and potentially helping that child avoid a terrible life in the process. You are that child. Now, that is something that just wouldn't happen in real life. Like, that just isn't realistic. No? Would be grateful that they gave you a second chance at life. Probably. Did you feel betrayed by your parents? No. Did you confront your parents about the article you found? Definitely. If you were in your parents' position, would you do the same for a child in a similar situation? No? One final scenario for you before we move on. The end of the world has come and gone, and all that is left are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through towns and laying waste to any survivors in their paths in hopes of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive at this harsh, barren wasteland known as planet Earth. You get in good with a large colony of soldiers. As if that would ever happen. A large colony in the apocalypse. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Spend about 6 months with them before they decide that you're not pulling your weight, and in order to save the very few food rations you have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. Sure, yeah. Go out and die. You decide to venture into a neighboring town in hopes of finding food that was left behind by raiders, and it only takes you about a day and a half before you strike gold. A hidden underground bunker stockpiled to the brim with enough food to feed an entire colony for a year. The only choice I have to make is how do I defend this? Now, seriously, the only choice I have to make is how do I defend this against other people coming by? Like hell I would go back! Could choose to only tell some of the soldiers, no! Fuck them! Literally, in the ass with a rake! If you were to lead a new colony, would you build a base on savagery and raiding, or would you build a base on sharing and compassion? I would not start a colony. Period. If the rations in there could keep a colony alive for a year, it can keep me alive for the rest of my life. Fuck people. I guess that was the closest thing. If you were the leader of a colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone who wasn't pulling their weight. And that person just so happened to find themselves a similar situation where they found a jackpot worth of food in an underground bunker, blah blah blah, refused to share with the colony. Would you raid them and steal it for yourself, or would you let them keep what they found? Well, if they're dumb enough to let me know, then I would totally fuck them up. Again, though, I would not start a fucking colony or join one. To begin with. Colonies are a bad idea in an apocalyptic scenario. Other people around you is a bad idea in an apocalyptic scenario. Because people are assholes. Well, that wraps up this portion of the test. Good, next portion. But I need more from you before I allow you to rest. Yeah, I would very much like to rest. My voice, that is. Sorry, I need something to drink. Didn't prepare G Fuel for this one. Good. So, a choice here, a choice there. Which would you rather? Rather! Moral dilemma abound from what I can gather. And you will answer clearly, crisp, and conscious. Concise? Will you be selfish, or is your conscience of ice? Will you stop rhyming? That would be nice. In just mere moments from now, we both shall see. Dude. Nobody wants to hear your rhyme. I think everybody can agree. Difference between who you are and who you wish to be. Let us begin. Would you rather abandon the person you love most or be abandoned by the person you love most? Holy shit. Be abandoned? Would you rather have friends in high places who could get you anything you want, but didn't necessarily care about you, or friends who couldn't give you anything, but they feel a deep personal bond with you? Friends who are actually friends, thank you. Would you rather find $10,000 and get to keep it for yourself, or find $20,000 but have to split it 4 ways with your closest friends and family? So 20,000 divided by 4 is 5,000 each, right? So rather 10,000 to myself or 5,000 to me and three of my closest friends and family members. I'd be fine with getting 5,000, honestly. That's not that much. Like, this is not a difference that would make a lot of difference. I mean, obviously, I'm saying this from a perspective of somebody who earns a decent amount of money in their job. So yeah, I'm fine splitting that 20,000 with 3 others that I care about instead of getting 10,000 to myself. Would you rather cheat on your partner but never get caught, or know that your partner cheated on you but have no way of proving it? I mean, that one is basically being an absolute paranoid asshole in the eyes of literally anybody around you. that one is literally irrelevant to anybody around you. Nobody ever knows. Yeah. Would you rather get rich enough to rich through illegal means, or be poor but live an honest life? Now, the thing here is, this is not specific enough, because rich through illegal means, but you get away with it, is a different scenario than rich through illegal means and you get caught and put to trial for it. But I'm going to assume you get away with it, so I'd rather be rich, thank you. Would you rather press a button that would kill your favorite pet, or press a button that would kill your favorite family member? Again, the idea here being, these are would you rather questions that you have to answer one or the other thing. Again, the idea for that the last game had for this was, imagine you're being held at gunpoint to choose one or the other. This is again one of those situations where I'd go like, yeah, go ahead, pull the trigger. Right now? I'm not choosing one. Like, seriously, can I? I'm just actually going to randomly choose because I... Fuck if I know. Would you rather get fired from a high-paying job to have, or have to fire your friends from a high-paying job? I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm rather getting fired myself. I mean, I've never been fired, so no idea, but... Would you rather sleep with your step-sibling or sleep with your best friend's partner? Now, I do not have a step-sibling. But seeing as that would literally just be sleeping with somebody I have no relation to. Like, no blood relation. Or sleep with the partner of my best friend. And therefore, basically get myself killed, probably. Or pretty much close to that. That would be an appropriate reaction. Like, this is a no-brainer. Would you rather save your best friend from certain death and let 1,000 strangers die, or save 1,000 strangers and let your best friend die? That is also a no-brainer. 1,000 random people I don't know Goodbye! Would you rather get free food for the rest of your life or rescue a starving child from a third world country? I do not have a problem buying my food. Would you rather be rich but without family or poor but with family? Honestly, I would not at all be fine with being poor. Ever. Would you rather have to steal food for the rest of your life in order to eat, or steal enormous amounts of money from the wealthy but have to destroy the money immediately after? Okay, either steal the food that you need to eat for the rest of your life, or steal incredible amounts of money from filthy rich people just to burn it. Much more of a sane choice, I think. Would you rather have rather serve 40 years in the military during wartime, or move to a third world country and never be allowed to return home? This is another one of those situations where I'd be like, pull the trigger right now. If that's the two choices I have in my life, pull the trigger right now. That is an option. Like, moving to a third world country, serve in the military during wartime, I'd be pretty much dead. So, I'd rather choose death, thank you. Would you rather to always be traveling 10 miles above the speed limit or 10 miles per hour below the speed limit? What is a mile per hour in normal people measurements? Fucking yank. Hey Google, what's 10 miles an hour in kilometers per hour?
Miles per hour is equal to 16.093 kilometers per hour.
Okay, so 16 kilometers per hour. 16 kilometers per hour over the speed limit at all times would make me go 65 in a 50 zone or 45 in a 30 zone, which would be a horrible idea. Would also make me go 145 on the highway. I'd go with under the speed limit. So, I mean, that means I'd go with, like, 15 in a 30 zone, but... Don't even touch the gas pedal. That would be actually, like, incredibly fucking funny to me. 10 miles per hour below. Would you rather never have sex for the remainder of your life, or have to have sex every day in order to stay alive? So, never have sex again for the rest of my life, or literally die unless I do every day. That's gonna be hard to make happen. Like, I feel that's going to be incredibly expensive. Make of that what you will. Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years but make a full recovery, or addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? Doesn't really make a difference. Like, this doesn't make a difference to me at all. I do not have any addictions. I'm not prone to addictions. Like, I've never been close to being addicted to anything. I don't think that there is a difference between me doing hardcore drugs until my 40s. Because holy crap, I'd be basically dead by then anyway. With that lifestyle. Or be an alcoholic for the rest of my life, which probably wouldn't last that much longer either if I'd be an alcoholic. Alcohol is easier to get. Would you rather live to be 200 years old in a perfectly preserved youthful body and have to watch your family and friends die around you, or live to be 70 but die before your friends and family? Dude, do you know how absolutely amazing it would be to have 200 years worth of, like, full energy, no, like, problems of getting old life? I would live my friends and family for 200 years, easily. I can find new friends, and I guess the family part will be hard, but I can make new friends. Doesn't matter. Would you rather sacrifice all of your friends in order to survive, or sacrifice both your parents? Again, sacrifice all my friends or sacrifice both my parents in order for me to survive. In order for me to survive. Can I just choose to die, please? Like... This is stupid. Would you rather get acknowledged for work that you didn't do, or work hard for the rest of your life but not receive any praise for it? That's a no-brainer. Would you rather punch? There's the punching the nun again. I mean, if the nun punched me, I'd have a reason to punch her. But right now I don't, so rather get punched by a nun. Couldn't be, like, that couldn't even hurt. Would you rather lose all of your money you've earned this year? Or lose all of the memories you've gained this year? Honestly, how much money did I earn this year? So far. Like, this year has not been that long. We're in March. It was 3 months. Like, not even. 2.5. I'd gladly pay 2.5 months worth of salary to keep the memories I've gained in that time. If it was by the end of the year, I'd probably choose the memories. But right now it's March, so this year, rather pay the money. Would you rather flip a coin for a chance to win 20 or immediately win 10? Flip a coin for a 50-50 chance of winning 20 bucks, or just keep a 10 guaranteed. What is this? Squid Game? Yeah, just give me the tenner. Would you rather know how you die or know when you'll die? I'd rather know when I'll die. I don't. If I only knew how I died, I'd end up avoiding that situation for the rest of my life. And getting scared if that situation was possible at the moment for the rest of my life. I'd be on edge during like every time that situation would come up. And if that was like just, oh, you died by a heart attack. Oh, great. Super nice. Okay. Great way to give me anxiety. Yeah, no, I'd rather know when. Like, I don't know, fucking 7th of May, 2072 or something like that. I'd be what? 80, 81 by then? That is a good way, like that's a good age. That's fine. I'd rather know when I'll die, yeah. Would you rather be blind but able to see crystal clear underwater or be deaf always? Can I cheat the system and wear goggles that are filled with water? Like, I feel like that workaround would work. And permanently deaf would be really fucking harsh for somebody who's a musician. So blind except for underwater is fine. Would you rather give up all internet and social media but be able to travel the world for free? Or have the best internet in the world for free but never leave your house? So basically, never use social media or the internet in general again. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I'd rather have instant up and download no matter the size of the file. And also never pay for internet again, so that's really great. I mean, I'd have to find a job that works from home because I can't leave my house. That's manageable. I mean, if I don't need to, like, if I have that great internet, I'd make do. Would you rather walk barefoot across a bed of hot coals or walk barefoot through a pitch-black snake-infested corridor? So, get your feet burned, absolutely, definitely. Or walk through a dark corridor with a bunch of snakes. You don't even know whether they're, like, venomous snakes. But snakes. And probably be fine for the most part if they're not venomous. Honestly, I'd rather have the snakes. Burns are incredibly painful. Would you rather be the judge who sentences people to death or the executioner in charge of killing them? Can I be both? Judge. Would you rather have a witch cast a nasty hex on you so you'll always have bad luck, or be haunted by a demon intent on possessing you? I would just always wear my supernatural shirt with the like anti-possession like symbol. I'd get the tattoo the Winchester's got. Easy. Rather be haunted by a demon. Would you rather be married to someone incredibly beautiful who doesn't find you attractive, or be married to someone whom you're not even remotely attracted to, but they find you incredibly attractive? Neither of those situations would be in any way like beneficial to anybody. Rather be married to somebody attractive who doesn't find me attractive? Would you rather work in a high-paying job that you despise, or work a low-paying job that you love doing? You know that I do not do jobs that I despise. I've had a job I despised, did it for half a year, and then quit. Rather have a low-paying job that I love doing. Would you rather walk 1 mile home wearing nothing but a pair of socks, or be fully clothed but have to walk 100 miles? Dude, I'm going to punch your frickin' yank ass. Hey Google, what's a mile in kilometers?
1 mile is equal to 1.609 kilometers.
So that's 1.5 kilometers wearing nothing but a pair of socks. Nothing but so naked except for socks. For 1.6 kilometers. I'd be arrested so fast you don't have any idea. But I'd rather walk 1.6 kilometers naked, except for socks, than walking 160 kilometers fully clothed. You know how long 160 kilometers are? I'd be walking from like, let me see. I did choose the naked, right? Yeah. Hey Google, how far is it from Graz to Vienna?
Mit dem Auto sind es 200 Kilometer von Graz bis nach Wien.
So I'd almost be walking the distance from Graz to Vienna. Great. Yeah, no. Like, that's like 40 kilometers off, but still. No. So, would you rather find $5 in your pocket or have to grab 100 out of a public toilet? I don't think I would touch a frickin' bill that's in the public toilet, no matter how high the bill was. I'd just flush it. 5 in my pocket. Would you rather have 100 of your favorite books but never watch a movie again, or have 100 of your favorite movies but never read a book again? I'd rather have books. Never watching a movie again. I still have series. which I prefer over movies anyway. Give up movies for 100 books. There. Would you rather always be 20 minutes late to everything, or 2 hours early to everything? 2 hours early is a little bit excessive. Like, I'm usually like 15 to 20 minutes early to stuff. But 20 minutes late would be really fucking annoying. 2 hours early is stupidly too early. But honestly, I'd rather be 2 hours early at every point than being 20 minutes late. Rather wait 2 hours every time I want to be somewhere. Would you rather find a dead body or be witnessed by a deadly be a witness to a deadly assault? Rather see somebody get killed or find somebody dead? I'd rather find somebody dead. Would you rather be able to change your past or see what the future holds? I'd rather change my past. Would you rather have one really great friend or 100 mediocre friends? One really great one. Would you rather lose all of your teeth or lose one day of your life every time you kissed someone? One day of my life. I don't want to, like, these teeth are not leaving my mouth while I'm still alive. So, yeah. I'd rather lose a day of my life every time I kiss somebody. Would you rather win the lottery and lose the ticket before you can collect your money, or see your worst enemy win the lottery? I would... Oh my god, I would be so incredibly angry with myself. Oh my god. Don't make me imagine that. Oh my god. I'd literally be standing over there hitting my head against the wall for an hour. Hard. If I did that. So, yeah, I'd rather see my worst enemy if I have something like that. Don't think I currently do. Win the lottery. Would you rather find true love or have your dream job? Hard choice. Really hard choice. Like I said in my previous video of the series, this here would be my dream job. However, the job I have is a pretty damn good job, and I like it. So I'll go with true love. Would you rather have a pause button for pause? Pause. At any point, pause. Like, the movie with Adam Sandler where he has a remote for life. I want that remote. I'm never gonna use the fast forward button, but I want that remote. Just pause. Put the thing away, go to sleep, get back up after a full night's rest, resume. Or pause, go read a book. Like, back to back. Like, front to end. Come back, resume. Never happened. Didn't spend time on that. Do you know how amazing it would be to just be able to say, pause, do something completely different, come back and not have done that in terms of actual time flow. Basically, you've done everything you did while you paused in literally 0 time flat. That would be the most amazing feature ever. Rewind? Why would I rewind if I have a pause button? Pause. Would you rather drown to death in gasoline or be boiled to death in water? Ugh, drown in gas. I don't want to drown in fuel. Ugh. Boiled to death in water. Who am I, Odin? You know how incredibly painful that would be. I mean, so is drowning, probably. Holy shit, both of those are awful. I guess I'd rather drown in fuel? Would you rather make a new friend every day or get $100 a day for doing nothing but never have friends again? $100 a day. That is literally $3,100 a month for absolutely nothing. Or 3,000 or 2,800. Depends on the month, but still. That's around 3K a month for nothing. I'm fine with that. I'd quit my job and just do this. Would you rather die to save your family or sacrifice your family to save yourself? I said that like 1,000,000 times this video already. Pull the trigger right now. I'd rather give my life to save my family. Would you rather always be hated by those closest to you for something you didn't do? The other option. Definitely the other option. Or have hurt everyone you care about, but they'll never find out it was you. Yep. Yep. That's how much I oppose being blamed for shit I didn't do. Would you rather sleep with your worst enemy or sleep with someone who you know has many incurable STDs? Can I use a condom? Because then that. Would you rather only eat food you don't like or give up all liquids except for water? Does it count as a different liquid if I myself change the water to something else? Like, can I not drink tea after I prepared it? Can I not drink G Fuel after I dissolve the powder in the water? Because it's still, I mean, it's still, the liquid is still water. Like, would it make a difference that this tea was pre-prepared? It's also still like, what, 99% water? So... But yeah, I definitely also rather only eat food I dislike. Food I dislike. Liver. Olives. Mussels? Grapefruit? Ooh. Sauerkraut. Okay, I think we're done. That's all I dislike. That's a very, very, very horribly small list. I'd rather give up all liquids except for water, no matter the stipulations. Would you rather always listen to music at max volume or always listen to music just above the lowest volume? Just above the lowest volume, I would not hear it. Literally. Just wouldn't hear that. Always at max volume would be kinda annoying, but you know, you can just move away from the speakers a little bit. I mean, I'd not be able to use headphones for listening to music anymore, but rather always listen at max volume. Would you rather meet your hero or find out that they don't like you? Or never meet your... And find out that they don't like you? Or never meet your hero at all? I'd rather never meet some, like, hero. I'd rather never meet somebody I admire that much than meet them and find out that, yeah, no. Rather never meet. Would you rather never have a pet for the rest of your life or never have friends? I'd be fine with not having friends for the rest of my life. Thank you. Would you rather live in the excruciating pain for the rest of your life? Oh, great. Or live pain-free, but everyone you know and love will live in excruciating pain for the rest of their lives? Can I just kill myself in this case? Like, seriously? Stop bringing up things where dying is literally the better choice. And as much as this is stretching YouTube's TOS, dying is a better choice than any of those two. I mean, I guess I could still off myself after getting the excruciating pain. If painkillers don't work anymore. Honestly, these choices are stupid. Thank you for answering my questions, but we are not done yet. Oh. We've been doing this for over 2 hours, dude. But we have made it through many categories, except for one. The final questions will be from deep within. I want to see your soul. That does not exist. I want to see your heartbeat quicken. Heartbeat. One word. Okay. I want to learn all that you know. You're gonna... Oh, you're gonna take a while for that. Don't think that that one video will be enough for that. I want to see what makes you think. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know your darkest truths. I want to know what makes you sick. Your rhymes make me sick. I want to expel the truth from yourself. I want to feed on your precious fate. Then go on. We don't want to stay up too late. I want to learn of all your love and bathe in all you hate. So one last time we sit together as we await the final revelation. I wonder what you're gonna rhyme with in this situation. There's... These are the last questions I have in the last examination. Okay, there. Take your time to think hard. Savor every moment dearly. I hope that the end is there, nearly. For when I'm finally finished with you, you will see it all ever so clearly. And here we go. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you the most at this very moment. What the God dang it. Hey Google, define impetulant.
According to Merriam-Webster, 1. Insolent or rude in speech or behavior. 2. Characterized by temporary or capricious ill humor, peevish.
Thanks. That is exactly what describes me. Choose one of those words that you feel resonates with you the most in this very moment. Curious, intrigued, fascinated, interested, inquisitive. Intrigued. Do you ever lie to those who are closest to you? Ever? Yeah. Have you ever hurt someone whom you know didn't deserve it? Pretty sure all of the hurting I've done was deserved. Have you ever lost your temper when you know you shouldn't have? Yes. Have you ever intentionally hurt an animal? No. Have you ever blamed someone for something that you know they didn't do? No. I hate that. Have you ever abandoned a pet? Fuck no. Have you ever abandoned a loved one in their time of need? Not that I know of. Have you ever stolen something from someone that you cared about? I don't think I've ever stolen anything from someone. Have you ever broken something to spite someone that you cared about? No. Have you ever played the victim in a situation even though you hadn't been wronged? No. Have you ever had romantic feelings for someone who wasn't your partner while you were in a relationship? No. Have you ever wished for the death of someone who had wronged you? Yes. Have you ever wished for the death of a loved one? No. If you knew that writing someone's name on a piece of paper could instantly cause their death, Death Note! Would you write down anyone's name? Yes! And I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious which name I would write at this very moment. Do you feel like you could spend more time with your loved ones than you currently do? No, I could not without quitting my job, which is kind of a requirement for staying alive. Do you ever... have you ever owed someone an apology but refused to apologize to them? No? Do you ever regret worrying too much about things you can't control? Yes. Do you ever feel like your activity brings other people down? Negativity. Sorry. Why ever I read activity there? No, because I'm usually not negative. Do you ever regret not standing up for yourself when you feel you have been wronged? I mean, that one, it doesn't often happen that I feel I have been wronged. Two, I do stand up for myself when I have been wronged pretty much all the time. And if I didn't, I would regret it. Do you ever feel like you let others influence your decision making too much? No? Do you ever wish that you lived a more honest life? No, I am brutally honest. Has your dishonesty ever caused someone else to suffer? Quite the opposite, actually. My honesty has made people suffer. Because they couldn't handle the truth. Have you ever had someone leave your life before you had the chance to tell them something important? Yes. Do you ever feel like you prioritize people in your life that are unworthy of your time? Do you ever feel like you prioritize people that are unworthy of your time? No? Do you ever feel like you prioritize your own wants over those who need you the most? There is nobody who needs me the most. Like, literally, right now, nobody really needs me right now. Like, there's no life-changing amount of time I could give to somebody right now. So, just by it not being applicable, no. Do you ever feel like you spend too much time working towards something that you're not truly passionate about? No. The only things I'm working towards are the ones that I feel passionate about. And that's my job and YouTube. And I guess music, yeah, but nothing there that I'm not passionate about, so no. Do you feel like you're living up to your full potential? Living up to your full potential? Maybe, probably not. Do you ever let your fears stop you from pursuing things that you truly want? Not really, no. Have you ever refused to try something because you were afraid that you would fail? No. No. If I don't try it, then I wouldn't know whether I'd be good at it. Like, if I... Then I would have, like, refused to try, I don't know, of doing YouTube videos, or... I don't know. No. Have you ever been attracted to someone but refused to let them know because you were afraid of being rejected? Yes. Do you ever feel as though you're chasing the wrong things in life? No. Actually, quite the opposite. Do you ever feel like you spend so much time planning for the future that you ignore the present? No. Actually, I don't plan much either. Anyway. Do you feel like your friends and family like you more than you like them? I think the feeling's mutual. Have you ever loved a pet more than your family? My pets are part of the family. What the fuck are you talking about? My pets are part of the family. Does that qualify as a yes? I don't know. But I'm gonna say yes. Do you ever make up excuses to get out of going to an event instead of just telling the person who invited you that you just don't want to go? Actually, I've been pretty much straightforward about not wanting to go every time I didn't want to go. So no. Not much of somebody who makes up excuses. Do you ever feel like you spend more time with technology than you do building stronger bonds with your friends and family? No. Have you ever defended someone that you shouldn't have? Have I ever defended somebody that I shouldn't have defended? No. Do you sometimes have a hard time admitting when you're wrong? No. Because most of the time I'm not wrong, but if I am wrong, I have no problem saying, okay, I was wrong. So, no. Do you ever place the blame for your personal failures on someone or something else? No. Actually, I tend to place blame on myself even if I did not have much to do with it. Have you ever accused someone of or something with no real evidence to back it up? Like serious accusations or just like, I don't know, who took the last piece of cake kind of situations? No? Have you ever had sex with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? No. Also, like, what would that imply? I know I shouldn't have. Like, shouldn't? Who's to tell me I shouldn't? Either way, no. Have you ever had any kind of relationship with someone whom you know you shouldn't have? Again, what are you implying? Oh. No. No. That's also a very nice way of phrasing that, but no. Have you ever let a relationship degrade because you were afraid of being the one to break up with someone? No, I haven't. Do you ever feel like you could take better care of your own health? I mean, I'm eating healthy. I could exercise more. So kinda yes. Have you ever let someone else take the blame for something that you did? Have I? Have I? No. Have you ever acquired something that you didn't really want just because someone else wanted it? Absolutely not. Have you ever do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Like you're not living up to others' expectations? I mean, kinda, maybe. I don't know. Like, not ever, yes. Have you ever walked out of someone's life without any explanation? I mean, the feeling's mutual, but yes. Do you ever feel like you focus more on the negative aspects of your life and what you don't have rather than being grateful for what you do have? The entire idea of being grateful for what you have is a bullshit excuse for not like for not being upset at the state of things. Like that's just pretty talk. So no, I never feel like that. Have you ever witnessed someone being wronged but didn't have the courage to stand up for them? I mean, I don't know if that counts, but I guess yes. And finally, last question, please. Do you feel like you're a good person? Yes. That concludes the ending of our examination. In your mind, I have dug myself a hole. What are you, some kind of mole? We'll analyze your answers very carefully, and now it's time for me to gaze into your soul. This is preposterous. This simply cannot be. Hey Google, define preposterous.
Here's the definition of preposterous: contrary to reason or common sense, utterly absurd or ridiculous.
Okay, let's see. I have expected every potential outcome, but yours seems to have evaded even me. I was prepared to tell you your fate, to play upon your fear. Have I completely boggled your mind, my dear? To break the worst of the news to you, to plant seeds of doubt within your ear. But as I've asked you to be honest with me, I must in turn be just as honest with you. As for much as I wish to lie, I'm forever shackled to the truth. From what I can deduct from deep within, from everything you've shared with me. In return, I shall share this with you. This is what I see. Let's dive right in here, shall we? Point blank, I'm going to give it to you straight, blunt and honest. You're insecure. What else is new? Even when you're filled with confidence, bordering on arrogance. Hey, you actually found the words to describe me. It's not entirely real and it never lasts long. You're flooded with deeply ingrained insecurities. However, the good news is they're all completely and utterly bullshit. You don't need to be insecure because the truth is you're absolutely amazing. And you've stopped rhyming, so that's great. Your biggest issue is that you spend so much time thinking about your faults or covering up your deep insecurities by putting on a persona, and you don't spend enough time just letting yourself feel free. Do you know how amazing it is to open yourself up to someone and have them look at you and see just how incredibly beautiful you are inside and out? That's also complete and utter bullshit. The only way you're ever going to experience this, or experience more of this, is to actually take the chance that some people aren't going to like you for you, but those people don't matter. You're right on that, because it's their loss if they don't. You need to spend more of your time focusing on all of the incredible things that you can do. One little thing here. Spend more of my time. Excuse me very much. I am already spending literally all of the time I have focusing on things that I can do that others can't. Some others can't. Realize that there's a place in this world for you that others would kill to be able to experience. If you can master the ability to see your true self enough to allow others to see it too, then you'll be on an incredible path to self-discovery and make the world an overall happier place. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you to achieve your goals. Your secret word is discovery. Okay. Well, what was that? Acceptance, stranger, and discovery? I'm pretty sure. If you've played this game, go ahead, leave your words in the comments down below just to see how many different words there are. Because, hell, I'm not gonna go on the game's Steam page and look at the reviews again. If you received an ending that you've already received before from previous examinations, remember we did not ask you your secret words prior to taking these tests, so that should be very telling. It means something very special. The result was the same as something you've got previously. We'd like you to add the phrase twin words next to a secret word in the comments. If you received an entirely new outcome, then that means you've got multiple layers. Like an onion or an ogre. But only you will know the answer, yeah, whatever. You've answered hundreds of questions. Really? You've been enlightened and you've helped others find enlightenment. I don't think so. Many people have wondered just what this test series is truly about. But it's simple. The answer is always so much more simple than we believe them to be. The test is about you. The reflection in your darkened screen. My screen does not reflect. Like, my screen is like anti-reflective. Doesn't reflect. There's no reflection. The person who seeks answers. More than being about the answer, the test is more so about the questions. It's about making you think. It's about encouraging you to open up and admit that you're human. What else would I be? Objection. On like the part where everybody else is also human. Because there's definitely people out there who I would not describe as human. The test is about unity. The test is about compassion. The test is about bringing people together and showing the world that we're not so different after all. Again, objection. Look at all of the secret words that have been left in the comments. Look at all of the thousands of people who are just like you. That's bullshit. That's very much bullshit. We all feel so lonely sometimes. We all feel flawed. We all feel pain. But that's because every single one of us is human. That's because every single one of us is at least a part of the species Homo sapiens. And that's how brains work. The world judges one another based on so many variables, but they're the most hypocritical set of variables imaginable. Yeah, and yours aren't hypocritical. We judge each other, and are judged ourselves by other peers who do the same exact shit that they judge us for in the end. It's ironic that you're also doing the same exact shit. You're repeating yourself. You're still repeating yourself. You're also stuttering. I'll also tell you one thing. If this game series changed something about your life, then holy shit, was your life fucked up before? Like, seriously. Okay, so you're using people's names for your story. Good. Secret words. The secret words will play a pivotal role in our new project. We'll plug your secret words into different parts of your journey, and when they are requested of you, and they will alter the game in a way uniquely set for your specific words. Okay, interesting. That's actually a very interesting way of making a game. So, I am very much going to play that game. Even if it's an RPG. And I don't generally like RPGs. Chasing Demons, yep. Chasing Demons is actually coming out soon-ish, I think. So yeah, 100% going to be playing Chasing Demons just in case. So I guess I'll make sure that I write down the correct words, but yeah. Word from the developers, that you can totally go ahead and read yourself. Unfortunately, it can't scroll any faster than this. This is still the same shit that you were just talking about. Stop repeating yourself. Just saying. I think this part was put in an update. As a side note to anyone and everyone who has taken the time to be here, we have also developed a game called The Testing Chamber, which can be considered connected to the Test Trilogy in a very special way, so feel free to check that out, as we think it's quite a unique experience. Maybe I'll do that as well. If you enjoy what the Test Trilogy had to offer, then we truly believe that you'll love the playstyle of the Testing Chamber, as it takes everything that its predecessors offered and amplifies the experience to an unprecedented degree. Amplifying this to a degree that I... Okay, great. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and look at that. In the meantime, we would like to recommend our title called The Advisor to you. We feel that it provides a great opportunity to play a developer interaction that allows, yeah, whatever. It's a choice matter style of game. Choices matter, yeah, great. Okay. Definitely gonna look at the testing chamber, and I'm 100% gonna play Chasing Demons, because just I want to see what that plays out as. Exactly, that is why. Hello. Oh, come on, are you... Are you back to frickin' rhyming? I will peel the truth from your flesh like petals from a blackened rose. Oh, great. Ah! Holy shit! Dude! Sorry, had to sound effect that one.
You monster.
The timing! Oh, sorry. Sorry, that was... Wait! Ah. Did I take on some of Patter's content timing, or what's going on here? Okay, credits. We've made a list of names. Yeah, I'm not going to read that one. So, I will see you for both the testing chamber and chasing demons at some point. Other than that, thank you for watching. And till next time, my name is WWDadman. Bye.